Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Supercar channel. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because today we're talking about a car that's been on everyone's radar, the Dacia Bigster 2025. I took the plunge and bought one, and after months of driving, I'm ready to give you the honest truth in this long-term reliability update. But first, let's address the elephant in the room. Why would a car channel that talks about exotic cars buy a Dacia Bigster? The reason is simple: value. Dacia's reputation for building robust, no-frills, and incredibly affordable cars is unmatched. The Bigster promises to be a game-changer in the CSUV market with a starting price that completely undercuts the competition. This car is built on the same CMFB platform as the Duster, but with more space and practicality. It's available with a choice of mild hybrid and full hybrid powertrains, and it comes in several trim levels, from the basic Expression to the more feature-packed Journey and Extreme models. My car, for the record, is a mid-range hybrid model. I've had this car for months, and I can tell you, the honeymoon phase is definitely over. What's it actually like to live with? Right out of the gate, the Bigster is impressive. The interior feels solid, and the space is fantastic. The boot is massive, making it perfect for family trips or just hauling gear. The digital instrument cluster and infotainment screen are clear and functional, even if they aren't the most high-tech on the market. It's all about what Dacia calls essential but cool, and they've nailed it. The ride is comfortable and the steering is light, making it easy to maneuver around town. It's not built for speed or track days, but for everyday driving it gets the job done without a fuss. But now for the moment you've all been waiting for. This is where we get into the nitty-gritty, the reliability update. When I bought this car, I was expecting a few quirks, but what I've experienced has been a real eye-opener. The first thing I noticed was a slight hesitation in the hybrid system. The transition from the electric motor to the petrol engine can sometimes be a little jarring, almost like a small jolt. It's not a deal breaker, but it's noticeable. More concerning, however, is a problem that has been popping up for a handful of owners: the engine. There have been reports, and I have personally experienced, a mysterious issue with the petrol engine getting loud and jumpy. On one occasion, the car actually started shaking violently and an engine warning light came on. The car was barely drivable and I had to take it to the dealership. This isn't a widespread recall yet, but it's a serious issue that you need to be aware of if you're considering buying this car. So, with this in mind, is the Dacia Bigster still the value champion everyone claims it to be? When you look at the competition, the answer is still yes, but you have to be honest about the trade-offs. A fully loaded Dacia Bigster costs significantly less than an entry-level Nissan Qashqai or a Kia Sportage. It's hard to argue with that. It's got unique and clever features too, like the U-clip system that lets you snap on various accessories, and the refrigerated center console. The modular roof rails are a stroke of genius, making it incredibly practical. But as you can imagine, you don't get this level of value without making some compromises. And this brings us to what I believe is the biggest compromise of all. While Dacia has a reputation for building tough, long-lasting cars, the Bigster's Euro NCAP safety rating is a serious point of concern. The car received a 3-star rating with particularly low scores in the vulnerable road users and safety assist categories. This means the car's pedestrian protection and its suite of safety aids are not up to the standard of many of its rivals. So, while it saves you thousands of pounds, it's making sacrifices in a critical area. A brand built to last faces its first real-world test. Dacia has a reputation for building cars that last 100,000 miles, but is the Bigster a different kind of animal? The core of Dacia's reputation is its legendary durability, with engineers at the T2 Technical Center subjecting parts to rigorous accelerated aging tests to ensure they are robust and built to last. However, the reliability update for the Bigster is far from a simple story. While the Dacia Owners Forum in the UK shows very few posts on mechanical issues, This may be due to the car's newness. On other platforms, early adopters have reported serious isolated issues that could be considered a canary in the coal mine. One owner described a constant violent shaking that ultimately led to an engine warning light and a full breakdown, requiring a trip to the dealership with a failed fuel injector. This specific documented failure is a stark contrast to the brand's long-standing reputation for simplicity and durability. In another contradiction to its value-driven image, the Bigster has received a disappointing D rating for both its running costs and warranty. This suggests that, while the initial purchase price is low, the long-term cost of ownership might not be as affordable as one would expect. Further, the car holds a lower-than-average 3-star Euro NCAP safety rating, a consequence of Dacia's focus on affordability over the added engineering required for a higher score. So, what's my final verdict after owning this car for months? The Dacia Bigster 2025 is a car defined by contradictions. It delivers exactly what it promises: a spacious, practical, and incredibly affordable family SUV. It is comfortable to drive in town, has a clever and versatile interior, and offers exceptional value for money. It is a car for people with nothing to prove. However, its work-in-progress nature is evident in its refinement issues, such as the noticeable wind noise, and in the quirks of its new hybrid powertrain. While Dacia has built a reputation on simplicity, the Bigster's new technology has introduced new potential points of failure, as evidenced by the early mechanical breakdowns reported by owners. It is a car that asks its owners to embrace a trade-off. In exchange for a significantly lower purchase price, you must be willing to live with some of the inevitable compromises. Ultimately, the Bigster is an outstanding proposition for the right buyer, the one who values substance over superficiality. The reliability update is a developing story, but for now the Bigster is a brilliant, honest, and slightly flawed vehicle that challenges the status quo by being unashamedly unpretentious. What do you think of the Dacia Bigster? Are you considering one, or do you already own one? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this in-depth look, don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends. We'll see you in the next one.